Welcome back, guys. Have a beautiful black C7 Z06 standing behind me. I know I say I love all my customers. I do love all my customers. They are all great customers, but there are a few local customers that I do love, and this one sitting behind me is one of those customers. He lives probably 20-30 minutes from us. Actually, he lives like 5 minutes from where the new shop's being built. Mr. Fontenot, he's had this car for a while now. We've built it through its stages, and he's just a cool guy that likes to come by the shop every so often while we're working on his car, even when we're not working on his car, just to stop in and see what our new builds are, what the latest and greatest things we're doing around the shop, which is cool. And that is another reason why the new facility that we're building, we have an upstairs lounge for customers just like him, because we do have, like I said, a few local customers that are car guys, and they want to just go drive their car on a Tuesday morning or a Tuesday afternoon and enjoy it. So they want to come to a performance shop and look at vehicles, not get in our way. They're really cool guys, but we'll have a lounge area for them to be able to go upstairs, sit in the lounge, talk about cars themselves, talk about events that they want to go to, as well as have maybe a few drinks and overlook the shop to see our latest builds that we're doing. So let's get into Mr. Fontenot's latest upgrades for his Z06 now. So let me pop the hood and we'll go from there.
Experience the thrill of unrivaled performance. Our team of experts takes your ride to the next level. From horsepower gains to custom enhancements, we deliver results. Late model Racecraft. We talking or we racing?
All right, as I previously stated, Mr. Fontenot, local customer, gone through a few previous builds on this platform with us. I think it started off as a bolt-on package, like what we used to call our 750, like cold air and headers. Then he upgraded to, I think, our 850 package, which is back then cam, headers, and what we called like our regular ported supercharger, which made right over 700 and like 730, even 750 rear wheel horsepower on pump gas. Drove it for a while, and again, he's a gearhead, had multiple vehicles in the past, and now 750 wasn't enough, so he brought it back for even more. As y'all can see, guys, we pulled off that 1.7 liter supercharger, even though it was ported. It was the Kong regular port back in the day. It was probably a 3 or 4 year old build, and this car is super clean. We installed the Magnuson 2650. I think we even changed the cold air. I don't think it had the Big Gulp on it. We put the Big Gulp on it. As y'all can see, the beautiful billet Faraday lid, which I absolutely love. The black, the powder coat. It looks so good with the powder coated black breather system. Y'all can see our breathers that we install on all of our C7s. We have a custom breather specifically for the C7 platform. Vents off each valve cover. And then instead of it venting under the hood for smell, y'all can see we route it into the fender and either out the back of the car, depending on what the customer's doing it, or we can sometimes route it underneath in the front. So when you're sitting in traffic, you don't get that fumes really bad under the engine bay. You can see the nice, beautiful red valve covers on it. Again, this customer, it's his weekend toy. He has other vehicles that he daily drives. The interior in this car, under the hood, is just super clean, and it feels nice and tight like a new car. Even though it's a 2017. We're talking 5-year-old, my math is bad, 8-year-old vehicle, and it drives so good. So I'm gonna hop in it now, and I'll talk more about why this thing drives so good and why it feels so good in my opinion. And I wanna say this go around, from the ported supercharger making around 750, I think we stopped at 880, somewhere around there, 880 rear wheel horsepower. Normally, our 1,000 horsepower package is about 830, 850. Again, Mr. Fontenot, weekend toy, he said, hey, put a little boost tank in it, or put a little bit of race gas in it, turn mine up, make it so it's kind of on the edge. I'm okay with it. The tires he's on, it's gonna be hard for him to hook up. He just does little short bursts in 3rd gear and 4th gear. He's not highway bombing this thing or doing crazy stuff like that. So he wanted to have a good dyno number that he can show off to all of his friends, because 880 is pretty impressive for a car that you can put pump gas in and drive every day. So let me hop in it now and take you guys for a ride. Y'all heard me say Mr. Fontenot has been a gearhead his whole life, always has cool toys, and I can tell you guys this 2017 Z06 is one of the cleanest that we've done. 47,000 miles on the odometer, and he takes very good care of his vehicles. I even took this off. He keeps a towel here to keep the armrest when you're shifting gears. A lot of cars that come in with high mileage on them, you'll see the rest just worn out. The aftermarket steering wheel in this thing, we put all new shocks on it this last go around, so the magnetic ride, there's no creaks, there's no roof sounds. This thing drives just like the way it did off the showroom floor. He even went so far as to put the full matting on the entire floor of this car for sound deadening mat. So the inside of the car, yes, we can make, it has a dual mode on, so we can make it quiet or loud. Right now I'm driving it with it open. I like driving them open. I think he actually drives it closed all the time. But with the sound detonating inside the car, you don't hear anything from the exterior except for the exhaust note. And just driving the car, it's hard to explain because I drive so many of these cars. Some just feel looser than others because they've been driven a lot and these cars are getting more and more miles on them. But after we put all new shocks on this thing, the sway bar, end links, everything is like new from the factory. It drives so well. And if y'all follow my channel, y'all have heard me say between 750 and 850 rear wheel horsepower, I call the perfect weekend toys. You can actually use the horsepower for the most part, enjoy it. Don't have to worry about stuff breaking for the most part. He is on a Continental, so I'm gonna leave traction control on. This thing's making more power than I would recommend for these tires. I've told him he really needs Toyos on it, but for what he does with the car, he likes to just drive it and enjoy it, and every so often get on and have short little bursts, so the Continentals are fine for him. Obviously, if I'm gonna drive this thing, I would definitely want the Toyos on it because I like ripping these cars 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gear. So what we'll probably do, I'm gonna leave traction control on. I'll just roll into it in second gear. I'll let it spin, maybe just short shift it into third and fourth, so you guys can kind of get an idea of how quickly this thing accelerates. In my opinion, you have to go with the MGW shifter. They feel so good, normal driving, and obviously a wide open throttle. So again, guys, we're on Continentals. We're not gonna be able to do much, but at least want to give you an idea on how much fun this car is. Second gear, I just gotta roll into it, and I'll just short shift it. Unbelievable. It just throws you in the seat and does not stop pulling. It is so much fun. Like I said, it's 750 to 850 rear wheel horsepower, more than enough for most people on the street. Now again, y'all see we build 1,000 rear wheel horsepower cars all the time, and everyone wants that 4-digit dyno number. But if it's just a weekend toy, if you're not really racing against other high horsepower cars like competitively on the weekends, if it's just a fun car for you to drive, hard to beat it. That thing is so much fun. And now that we got rid of the 1.7 liter supercharger, we put the 2650 on it, now he's making the extra 150 rear wheel horsepower more efficiently. I know he doesn't beat on the car like I'm doing it right now, but we can do this over and over again, and he's still gonna be making over 800 rear wheel horsepower, pull after pull after pull, where the stock supercharger that we had ported, every pull we'd make, intake air temps would get a little bit hotter, and he'd be losing 20, 30 horsepower every pull, or once you start getting up to, I'd say, 110, 120 miles an hour, once you start getting to that speed with a full pull, intake air temps start rising, so we gotta start pulling timing out accordingly to keep it safe. And that's when, you hear me say intake air temps are such a big deal, because you will start losing 30, 40, 50, 60, sometimes 70, as much as 100 horsepower, depending on how hot they truly are getting. But with the 2650 like this, in this package, you can beat the crap out of this car all day long, and the intake air temps are gonna stay nice and cool, so you have all the horsepower at your disposal every time you want it. And it is truly fun as hell. I mean, to have traction control on with Continentals and be able to do this, if we could put Toyos on this thing and turn traction control off, first and second gear would go run even quicker. Right now, y'all can see the traction control light flashing. It's pulling timing the entire time in first and second gear. I short shifted the 1-2 shift. I could have kept going, but no need for it. We're just out having fun. I want to show you guys what this thing sounds like, how it drives, and truly how smooth it is. Again, guys, comment below, let me know what y'all think about Mr. Fontenot's build, how it turned out, how it looks under the hood, how it sounds. I'd like to read y'all's comments. Like I said, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, Jason will post, and I will try to respond for like the first hour every time we go live with the video. So y'all feel free to ask me any questions y'all have. Until next time.